right? So I feel like probably now TikTok's gonna probably lock down on certain things when it comes to the purchase of coins and gifting and whatnot. But I don't think Short God can get into trouble for that. He didn't have any direct access to the funds. He wasn't the one that was spending them. It was the woman.
True, not that true.
And remember, that's going to be $10 million plus interest. So,
Pops, you listening? You listening? See if you can hear this.
Lawsuit accuses Winnipeg woman of taking $6 million from nonprofit to fund vacations.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
By TikTok coins. First Nations National Guardians Network no longer in charge of federal program after allegations. Kristen Annable, Michelle Allen, Justin Fiacconi, CBC News, posted, April 13, 2026, 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. A nonprofit organization, once in charge of millions of dollars in federal funds, is suing a former employee, alleging she misappropriated more than $6 million to pay for vacations and divert to a Jamaican dance hall singer. Melanie Desjardins, a Winnipeg resident and the First Nations National Guardians Network's former financial director, is accused in court documents of misusing funds that were provided to the network by the federal government and earmarked for Indigenous ecological programs. The nonprofit is based in Akwesasne, a Mohawk community that straddles Ontario, Quebec, and New York. The allegations have led the feds, who put the network in charge of its Indigenous Guardians Fund in 2024, to move all future distribution of funds internally, within the government. The lawsuit filed against Desjardins in Manitoba's Court of King's Bench in Winnipeg on March 20th seeks $10 million in damages and restitution for deceit, conversion, breach of contract, breach of fiduciary duty, and unjust enrichment. None of the allegations have been tested in court, and a statement of defense has not been filed. Through her lawyer, Desjardins declined to comment. The National Guardians Network, a First Nations-led nonprofit, was started in 2022. In 2024, the federal government announced the network would independently manage the funding for the Indigenous Guardians program. During that period, the government committed $27.6 million to support 80 First Nations Guardians initiatives. The Indigenous Guardians program trains and employs people to carry out conservation and research work in their traditional lands. CBC reviewed hundreds of pages of court documents that have been filed since March 20th, including several affidavits, motion briefs, and a forensic investigation by accounting firm KPMG. The lawsuit said the network's executive director went on medical leave in August 2025, making Desjardins the sole staff member with day-to-day control over its finances. Desjardins used two of the network's corporate credit cards to make $6.3 million in charges from that August until March 2026, the lawsuit alleges, with almost...
Okay, so before I finish playing this, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So this is 7 months. All right, let's go.
Okay, wait, before you start playing, before you be playing it. Okay, so basically what they're saying is, so First Nations they're like an indigenous people, like they're in charge.
It's for the Native Americans.
It's for the Native Canadians.